It's kind of problematic that both Harley Quinn and Jinx are the same category as me. The worst part is I literally had a period where I was watching Arcane and I dyed my hair blue and stuff, and I am exposing my red flags so hard here. Okay, now it's time for the MBTI. You regularly make new friends. Agree. I like making new friends, and I'm pretty social generally. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. I am neutral on that. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. I am not gonna deny it. I'm a pretty emotional person, like, yeah. Your living and working space are clean and organized. No. I am way too ADHD to keep shit organized. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I am decent under pressure, but not great. Like, it depends on what kind of pressure. Okay, now that I think about it, like, if it's like relationship pressure, I'm like, oh fuck, oh no. But if it's like, okay, someone lost their hand and you need to call an ambulance, and I'm like, okay, I got this. I got this, fam. I can do this shit. I'm gonna say neutral. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Yes, I hate that kind of idea. Kinda ironic since I'm a Twitch streamer. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. No. I'm one of those last minute kind of persons. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Yes. You like to organize tools like schedules and lists. No. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall ability and knowledge. Yes. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I guess.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Kinda, yeah. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative work. I feel like it could be interesting. Wait, actually, yeah, I really recently also had a discussion about Chainsaw Man, about like the lore there and stuff, so that counts, right? Disagree. I'm very interested in that. To be fair, it was mostly like a discussion about like if the Chainsaw Devil ate the Fear Devil, because there's people with the fear of fear itself, and if the Fear Devil gets consumed, then it would remove the concept of fear, but the Devil's powers are based on fear, so what would happen? It would be like paradox or some shit. Same with like if the Dead Devil gets consumed, then it'll mean no one can die anymore, which is kind of fucked. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. No, I'm not fucking Ben Shapiro. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Yeah, absolutely, actually. Unless I'm like having a stream and I'm planning some things prior, but aside from that, I then tend to just like kind of wing it. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I don't really care. Like, fuck those kind of social expectations. You enjoy participating in team-based activities, like games, I guess. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. You know what I think about? Like, when I play games, I always prefer playing co-op over PvP. So yeah. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Yeah, actually, yeah. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Okay, I do have to admit, I do struggle with being honest sometimes. I'm gonna be like, I don't want to hurt someone. So I'm just gonna be like, okay, yeah. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge. Areas to explore. I do like new experience, but I'm also pretty stuck in my ways, I guess. Like, when I like something, then I'm like, yeah, no, this works for me. Then again, if I think about food when it comes to new experience, then I'm like, yeah, no, I'm too scared to try new types of food. So I'm gonna go with, but I do like new knowledge areas. Like, I do like to go on like my ADHD research benders, you know, so I'm gonna go with this one. You're prone to worrying that things will make a turn for the worse. Yes. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones? Fuck no. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Well, actually, a couple months ago, I was trying creative writing for fun because I was like, you know what, this might be a fun hobby to pick up. And then I wrote like a Metal Gear Solid fan fiction. But before I started thinking, I was writing something lewd. It was like completely safe for work and stuff like that. It was just like, I disagreed with the ending of MGS4. So then I kind of wrote an alternative version, which also kind of completely rewrote the entire Metal Gear Solid timeline with that aside. I really should finish that story sometime and then just like put it on a blog or whatever. I don't know where people post stories these days, but I should just post it somewhere when I finish it. Also because I really enjoyed writing it. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. I would love to write fictional stories for a living. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. No. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yes, because otherwise I would have like a dish pile that would just literally leave my entire apartment. So yeah. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. Fuck no. Like, that's just kind of toxic, you know? You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Okay, I do have to admit, I'm pretty socially awkward, I guess. No, actually, last time I met someone, I also introduced myself right away. Your mood can change quickly. Yes, absolutely. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. I'm sensitive to that shit. I feel like I'm also exposing myself so much if someone ever is gonna look up this VOD or something, you know? People be like, so that's how we can manipulate her. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yes. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. I'm not good at debating, so I'm gonna say no. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Fuck yes. I hate being alone. I strongly prefer collabs over solo streams as well, for example. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Yes, it needs to be tangible for me to understand it. And facts and feelings conflict. You usually find yourself following your heart. Absolutely. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Yes. Although I feel like I am streaming consistently, even though I've been like 10 minutes late for pretty much every single stream the past couple weeks. Like the first week I was fucking punctual. I was on point on that shit. And then I started fucking up and then I was like, no. You already second guess the choices that you have made. I second guess my choices all the time. Your friends who describe you as lively and outgoing. I feel like I am social, but I'm not outgoing. I'm lively though. I'm gonna go with this one. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression such as writing. Yes. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. No. You like to have a to-do list for each day? No. You rarely feel insecure? No, I feel like I also feel insecure occasionally. Not often, but sometimes. I feel like everyone feels insecure sometimes. But wait, you avoid making phone calls? Yes. I hate calling, like that's my entire generation. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints? Yes. You can easily connect with people you have just met? Yes. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Nah, I will do side quests constantly. You're still bothered by mistakes you made a long time ago. I feel like that's kind of necessary to grow, you know? Because like, if you're bothered by mistakes, it also means you'll like not repeat them. For example, if you accidentally hurt someone or something, then being bothered by that is a good thing, because then you'll be like, okay, I will not repeat that same mistake again, and then you'll be like more careful with someone's feelings. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. With how bleak shit looks right now. Yeah, no, I'm not too interested now. Wait, so then it would be agree, right? Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yeah, I am not gonna deny that. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient. Yeah. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Agree. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Yeah, I'll definitely do something dumb. It's not like if I'm gonna do something dumb, it's gonna be when I'm gonna do something dumb. Because I tend to like act before I think rather than think before I act. You love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I would love to work from home, so yeah. But then again, I feel like streaming doesn't really count as working alone because you're also working together with other streamers. Because I like to be social with other people, but also not have to go outside. And maybe this is also partly because they would like have to travel to work with public transport, and there's gonna be people who are gonna be like coughing and stuff like that, and they're gonna get sick. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, it's not a waste of time. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. No, if a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Yeah. You often feel overwhelmed. Sometimes. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. No, I will just like look at the general idea and I'm like, yeah, no, I got this. And I'm just gonna completely fuck it up. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than following concrete steps. Yes. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. Yeah. You struggle with deadlines. Yes. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Agree. See results. ENFPT. What does it mean? As an ENFP, you are a vibrant force of enthusiasm, creativity, and idealism. Your mind is a constant whirlwind of ideas and possibilities, each more exciting than the last. You approach life with an infectious energy that draws others to you. Your charisma and genuine interest in people make you a natural connector and inspirational force. Your curiosity knows no bounds, and you have an insatiable appetite for new experiences and perspectives. This openness combined with your vivid imagination allow you to see potential and opportunity where others might not. You're not just a dreamer, though. You're a dreamer with a mission, driven by a deep-seated desire to make the world a better place. Seems a bit pretentious, I guess. Ooh, okay, I'm slightly more feeling than thinking. Okay, so now I did the ENFP test, but now I have another thing planned. There's this one website where I can like compare MBTI characters, and I'm kind of curious, like what fictional characters am I like according to this test? Okay, so I am ENFP, which is, wait, but isn't Fenty, isn't that like a big coffee? Apparently I'm both like Naruto and Jinx. The worst part is I literally had a period where I was watching Arcane and I dyed my hair blue and stuff, and yeah, I am exposing my red flags so hard here. Who even is Mellow from Dead Note? Okay, which characters do I know? I know Aang, obviously, I know Aang. Ooh, Sailor Moon, let's go! I also know the Owl House. Owl House is a cool show. I also know Anya, obviously, because I fucking love Spy Family. It's easily my favorite show of the season. Josuke, wait, Josuke is ENFP? What other characters do I know? I do know Beast Boy, but I just cannot really remember the show. I think that's about it. It's kind of problematic that both Harley Quinn and Jinx are the same category as me. Like, I'm not that unstable.